I want my jumping beam zerglings, because even if they don't last that long, it is glorious to keep them. Because they could just jump over my army.
Flash freeze is here.
Right, let's get moving. We're going to take out the other Spire and then get the last Ursidon. Boing! I just love the jumping beam zerglings. Because it just honestly makes sense to me if when I take the Raptors to get the jumping beams, because it just feels like a natural progression. Like the Zerglings can leap over, so why can't the Banelings? Because the Banelings are evolutions of Zerglings. And for some reason these Ursidons don't like my base.
You have my attention.
You guys are straying too far from the Spire here. Should get... I have plenty of... Just get a lot more on the aberrations, and then we can deal with this. Right, let's focus out the Spire and then get out of here.
The flash freeze is ending.
Our job is done. Bye.
This world is mine.
And we're slowly going to be reaching the creep, and we'll get out.
One more left.
It's no use, Kerrigan. Shakuras will destroy you.
That would want. Now the glorious thing I forgot to mention is because we have so much creep, we have a constant ward. If you don't know what I mean by ward, it's basically just we have constant vision. I play a lot of MOBAs, so you'll have to forgive me for some of the things I say that make no sense. Fucking Overlords. I wouldn't be so mad about Overlords if they were still able to become Overseers. But no, they're just mobile supply depots. It feels stupid.
Speak quickly.
Where are my Zerglings? You get out so I can click on you. Oh, right, it's E to morph into Banelings, when it could have been B.
What is it now?
Hey, I like the jumping beans. So we'll get more Zerglings out. Just look at this cute little guy. He's all nice and purple.
Yes?
Flash freeze coming in soon.
Yeah, Christ, rebuilding photon cannons.
Swarm hungers.
I should move in to get rid of it. Fortunately, that doesn't have much health, so I can one-shot it. Don't you dare!
You have my attention.
Right, what do I want? More roaches. I've been ignoring the roaches.
Flash freeze storm has arrived.
Now we'll just break everything apart with our aberrations. Just look at these guys go. They are glorious. And we could take this base if we wanted to, but there is honestly no need. You can do absolutely fine with just 2 bases. Heck, you could do this mission fine with 1.
Yes?
Okay, that's this base settled.
There's not much time.
And these aberrations are honestly getting themselves a little
Push
bit
ahead.
too forward. Right now, fortunately, our group's here. Looks like the Ursidons wanted to join in again.
This world
Okay,
is
we're gonna
mine.
get around to say hi to the Ursidons.
Flash freeze now ending.
Which, you may be wondering, why are we going for another upgrade to the against the Ursidons?
Matriarch essence assimilated. Swarm perfectly adapted to fight in flash freeze storms.
We already were fully fine against the Flash Freeze and I'm oversupply. Freaking Zergling Constitution. Yep, bye Queen.
You have my attention.
I'm just gonna let my army do it, go its way. Look at them go. You know what, they're gonna annoy me to death if I don't, so I'm gonna have to attack, because this looks like it was their attack force all along. And it looks like I'm actually gonna need more queens. Oh sweet Jesus, I just don't have my minerals.
Speak
There we go, a
quickly.
little bit
Who
done.
asked you?
Right, where's a queen? Go poop out a creep tumor. We may as well get everything done down here. Since all we have left is this one spire, and it's a good thing we have aberrations because they have Colossus, which will rip apart small, weak units like our Zerglings. Speaking of Zerglings, come out! It's evolution time.
In a few moments, there will be a flash freeze.
Glorious Banelings. They're adorable.
You have my attention.
Right, let's get in
The
position.
swarm never rests.
Hey, what are you banelings doing?
This world is mine.
Flash freeze is here.
Now with these banelings and our aberrations, we should be able to easily deal with all of this. We have some extra queens as well, and what the... Oh, my banelings decided to take a shortcut.
Yes?
Alright, it softens everything up. Good on you, banelings. You did your job in a way I didn't expect.
The swarm.
Now I kinda miss him.
What is it now?
He was so young.
We require
Jesus,
more
I'm low on
respining
gas.
gas.
You have my
So we should focus on Zerglings for a
swarm
while.
hungers.
Pretty much with all of this, just kinda kinetic blast the Colossi when you see them. And really with all these aberrations, we can just sort of slowly push
Flash
forward.
freeze is passing.
We have no need to fear about retreating on this, because we've dealt so much damage to their army, we have no fear. Just quite literally, we can move through this and bring reinforcements
We
slowly.
should wait for a flash freeze before attacking this heavily fortified location.
This is heavily fortified? Aisha, are you okay?
Our forces are under attack.
I mean, the worst they got is a couple of void waves. We got queens to
Swarm
deal with
never
that.
rests.
Aw, look at these banelings. I mean, zerglings. You know what I mean. Either way, we don't even have to kill units, we can just charge after the spire.
Let's get this over with.
And job done. Mission accomplished.
The spires have fallen! Retreat!
The Protoss expedition will be unable to contact Shakuras.
Now they have to deal with us.
And there we go, that is a very simple mission. And one of the main things you can try and do with it here is, you know, beat it in 15 minutes, but really it's just simply make roaches, make some queens to take out scouts, and just move in between the storms. Freaking loading screen! Well, that was the 30 minutes of this pack.
We captured a prisoner in the wastes and subdued her, my queen. She says she is a researcher.
I didn't order you to take prisoners.
Abathur requested it. He wants to dissect her.
What's the point? He won't be able to use Protoss genetic material.
He likes to try.
Actually, keep her alive for now. I might find a use for her.
You have awakened new abilities, my queen. If you wish, you can activate them now.
Yeah, we're gonna go look into those first before anything.
Your power level has increased. A new tier of abilities has awakened.
And now we get a choice of two new active abilities. We get Wild Mutation. This effectively gives any Zerg caught within the AoE a 200 health shield and doubles their attack speed for 10 seconds. Now, here's the thing. You know my Zerglings? They gain 50% attack speed already when attacking. This would make them into cracklings so easily. But, at the same time, you can also have this, which is Spawn Banelings, which will spawn 6 Banelings with a timed life, which means over time, at a certain point after they've been spawned, they'll just die. This is also very good in my opinion because it copies your current Banelings. So I have Banelings that basically jump and leap, so it will copy those. Meaning, if I'm dealing with like heavy units and I don't really have the forces for it, I can use the spawn Banelings to effectively just take it out. And early on, I recommend spawn Banelings over Wild Mutation, but sort of transition into Wild Mutation later on. Anyway, let's see what everyone has to say.
What are your people doing here?
We study this moon to see if its rotation can be altered, its climate improved. Do you understand? We are only colonists, and you are killing us.
Yes. And if I let you live, you'll call your Golden Armada and they will kill me.
Kill thousands to save yourself. Is that how you justify this?
I justify nothing. There is no moral high ground here. Your people have killed billions of Zerg. We're all covered in blood. There may be more on my hands than yours, but in the end, we are both killers. Nefash's brood lives again within the swarm.
When the Protoss struck, she fell back to prepared positions in the ice valleys. The Protoss had to hunt her down.
She was intelligent, careful, and tenacious, but she made one mistake. She ran away.
I have always wished to feel Protoss bones snapping in my claws. May I?
No, Zagara.
Surely you do not think to show mercy?
Violence is a tool. I use it when I have to, but a leader uses the right tool for the job.
This is a Terran way to think. The Zerg do not use tools at all.
To a leader, everything and everybody is a tool. Tell me about your work.
Look at flesh, see only potential. Strands, sequences, twisting, separating, joining. See how it could be better. Eat flesh, splinter bone. Inside me can touch it, weave it, spin it, make it great.
But not perfect?
Never perfect. Perfection goal that changes, never stops moving. Can chase, cannot catch.
You certainly have your uses.
Anyway, last thing we have to check on is the Roach, which we just got, so we got our mutations to choose from. We have the tunneling claws, which allow the Zergling... I keep calling everything Zerglings. Anyway, tunneling claws allows banelings to move at full speed when they're burrowed, which means they're able to stay undetected and sneak up on targets. And they also gain double the current life regeneration they get on when burrowed, so they heal a lot faster. I'd honestly recommend this if you're, early on, because having the ability for roaches to move, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't say Zerglings. Well, undetected allows you to kind of create small attack groups from behind. We also get adaptive plating, which gives roaches, see, there I'm going again. It gives them +3 armor when they're half dead, which is handy, I guess, but I don't really think that's the best choice. Hydraulic Bile, on the other hand, is a very good ability. It effectively gives an extra 50% of their damage onto light units. This is very handy, especially against Protoss, since most of the units Protoss have early on are classed as light units, and against Terrans, it's the same kind of situation. So I'd honestly go with Hydraulic Bile. If you plan to use roaches more for tanking, go for adaptive plating, but for me I use them more as damaging units. Sadly we don't have another evolution mission. Either way, let's get into the next mission. And oh look, it's a roach.
The Protoss still seek to warn Shakuras of our presence. They are preparing to send shuttles through their warp network to Shakuras. The Protoss are preparing shuttles for launch.
A warp conduit. I sense millions of Protoss minds on the other side. Shakuras! If a single shuttle passes through, they can alert Shakuras to our presence.
Should we destroy it then?
No, they would detect that. Our only choice is to stop their shuttles from reaching the conduit. Nefash's Hydralisks. Abathur, assimilate their essence into the swarm.
Hydralisk reconstituted can morph from larva.
I need more Hydralisks to destroy these shuttles.
Can you guess what we're doing this mission? If you said Hydralisks, you are correct.
Out with it.
Because, really, that's all you gotta do. This mission is entirely focused on anti-air, so in general you just want Hydralisks and Queens. Why those? Because they attack air, and they also attack ground. Either way, we've got the Hydralisks now, which are effectively imagine a marine in terms of attack speed with higher damage and higher health. They're also a bit slow off creep, but there are upgrades for that. As you can see, they're a bit slow.
You have my attention.
Either way, there are some Hydralisks flying
Nothing
around
stands in
programming.
my speak quickly.
My queen, the Protoss have launched a shuttle. It is en route to a warp conduit.
Not if I have anything to say about it. We will bring down that shuttle.
Either way, to start off with,
Who asked
mostly the
you?
shuttles are going to be coming from one direction. They're going to start going in multiple directions sooner or later. And you want to leave stuff like your roaches at your base as a bit of defense to go along with the spine
What is
crawlers
it
you're going to
now?
have, which I am going to set up once I get an economy going, and I'm already having to deal with overlords. Either
Swarm
way,
hungers.
most of the focus you want to do is get some spore crawlers going. You want to basically get anything that you can use. Strangely enough, you get roaches even though you don't have a roach warren.
Yes?
And along with that, in case of any physical units show up, but God's sake, I hit the wrong button so the roaches came. In case I run into any physical units I need to deal with, I have the
Speak
spawn baneling
quickly.
ability. Which is handy, and the banelings last a while.
Who asked you?
Either way, since the shuttles start
The
off
swarm never
alone,
rests.
we can easily just go and
No escape.
beat it up.
Let's get this
These shuttles are basically high health, high shields, you know, this kind of standard kind
Swarm
of stuff you get in
hungers.
these missions. You just really need a few
get going.
Hydras and a Kerrigan to take them out,
Push
but you're going to
ahead.
need a bigger army to deal with them later on because they're going to come with convoys, which is stuff like scouts and void rays. And I didn't want to make that into a freaking, you know, a freaking Zergling. Either way, we kind of want to make sure our base is going to be plenty of vision early on, so we're going to want to get queens, we're going to want to get more drones, we want to make... And one thing I should recommend, if you don't really want to
have
use
my
Zerglings
attention.
that much in this mission, switch out for the Overlord ability. I didn't because
Out
I'm
with
kind of
it.
sticking with
What
what
is
I
it
like in
now?
general, and I keep
You have
accidentally.
my attention.
I will stop hitting F2 or in general.
Engage the hive directly. Our shuttles must break through.
You will never leave this ball of ice.
Surprise! You see what I
Get
mean
this
by
over with.
just, it's a useful ability? And now we can just send these up
My
off.
queen, the Protoss were gathering biological samples and storing them in these stasis chambers.
We'll destroy the chambers and take the biomass if we can. Yes?
Basically, the spawn baneling swing you can either use just as harass to soften up the armies, or just surprise them with extra damage. Anyway, let's get this queen. She can be a healer. Make sure there are plenty of queens going, and we get more drones. We want to get another extractor going, and we want to get more spore crawlers. You basically want to make sure you get stuff set up straight away.
Speak quickly.
The Protoss launched another shuttle. This one is accompanied by a fighter escort.
You cannot stop us all, Kerrigan.
Yes, I can. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna make them. So yeah, they're sending in with a couple of scouts to start with. We have some extra spore crawlers that will help take out the shuttle if it does get close to the warp conduit.
You have my attention.
But we do get a little bit of leeway, I believe. Actually, no, we don't. We have no leeway with this. You lose one shuttle, you're dead. I just noticed in my mind. I derp a lot in my mind. Either way, we may as well wait until the shuttle gets a bit near, because if we go too far in, we're going to have to deal with... Oh, I just did it again. We're going to have to deal with the units that are spread across the map.
Out with it. The swarm never...
But really, there's not much to worry about. I'm going to build an aberration for the base. Mostly
Who
it's a
asked
defense
you?
idea. And we're going to get started on this attack here. Fortunately, the Queen's counteracted as our healers, so... Basically, just have the scouts taken care of quickly, and then
This one's mine.
deal with the shuttle. The spore crawlers will help take it out early on.
There's not much time.
It's just a good idea to
This
take out
world
the
is
units
mine.
around it, just in case. There we go, we got a small little going on here.
You have my attention.
Meanwhile, we have this little group here for defending. Now, let's see, what do we need? Well, first off, we're going to need to get that gas used. We're gonna need more drones to replace everything
Yes?
else.
The Protoss are mobilizing an assault on our hive cluster.
That was it.
Let's get this over with. The swarm. Who asked
Now
you?
here's that attack.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Push ahead.
Surprise!
Get going.
Does not make the attacks easy to deal with.
Complete.
Either way, to
Nothing
start off
stands
with,
in my way.
basically, whenever you come across a bit of crossroads, you want to kind of make a creep tumor to go alongside that other route.
Our forces are under attack.
Are you being attacked, you say? No reason to fear.
This world is mine.
Over here is a stasis chamber. It's the bonus objective. You basically get a free level up out of these. And there's free around the map. It's thankfully they mark it for you, so you don't really have to go looking for them.
Large quantities of biomass. Good to have. Can use to improve swarm.
Wait, let's...
The Protoss have launched another shuttle. It is bearing towards an unknown location.
They're bringing more warp conduits online. I sense 2 more activating.